Welcome back to the agenda. Yesterday, the U.S. government started accepting applications for the Deferred Action Immigration Program for young people put into effect by the Obama administration earlier this summer. To qualify, applicants must have been under the age of 31 as of June of this year, have come to the U.S. before reaching their 16th birthday, have continuously resided here since 2007, and have not been convicted of a felony or a significant misdemeanor. The Pew Hispanic Center has estimated that 1.7 million people may qualify, and the Migration Policy Institute estimates there are 30,000 potential applicants right here in Nevada. The prospect of relief from deportation is welcome news to our next guest, who qualifies for the program and is helping educate others. Astrid Silva has been one of the public faces for the DREAM Act issue and has participated as recently as yesterday in the Progressive Leadership Alliance of Nevada information session that took place in Las Vegas. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Welcome to the program, Ms. Silva. You know what? When I look at you, you know what I see? The person who's going to be paying all these payroll taxes for Medicare and Social Security to take care of me when I'm a geezer, which isn't that far away, by the way. So thanks for that. Assuming, of course, that this policy actually gets implemented permanently in one matter or another. Now, this is basically 2 years of a deferred action. What happens after that?
Well, after the 2 years, depending on what the atmosphere is going to be, and then it's either going to be extended or it's going to be rescinded, which it depends on, like I said, the atmosphere that's going to be happening in Congress then. We hope that before then the DREAM Act will be passed as an actual law.
For the time being, though, in the next 2 years, this enables people like yourself to legally obtain a driver's license, apply for scholarships, right, for education if they wanted to further higher education, as an example.
Any scholarship that's not federal money. There's no federal money being involved in the scholarship program. Can't apply for FAFSA. We are able to obtain driver's licenses in certain states, not Arizona, because their governor just did a viral move to take it away from students, overriding what President Obama has done there, which is very, it's destructive because all these students were going to go apply for them. We purchase cars, we're going to purchase insurance. It's going to be a great stimulus for the economy.
What strikes me when I think about this, is, especially when you look at the years and the age limits that are part of this program, as I think many people who are concerned, many people on the right, conservatives who are concerned about this, forget that many of the people who will benefit this program have only lived in the United States, or if they came here very young. They don't remember even living in another country. This is the only home they've ever known. And so I do have to say, when I hear the rhetoric about, oh, we should just deport everyone, that strikes me as uncompassionate for this particular group of young people who came here really through no choice of their own and are just doing their best to make a life, and right now are caught in the middle because they can't fully participate in American life because of these restrictions. Yeah,
and something very big on that is that, like you said, the majority of us were here infants even. Some people don't remember the language that they spoke because parents tried to get them to assimilate as quickly as possible, and a large portion of these students are being deported and then they don't speak a language, which is, it's very unfortunate. But we hope that with this, this is going to be, we're paying $465 to USCIS, which is, they're hiring people so that they can be able to process this all together. I think eventually people are going to see the economic benefits of this and realize that now many of us had already been paying through ITINs, which is what the government issues undocumented workers. So now this money is going to be able to not only be paid through ITINs, but also through Social Security, which, as you said, it's going to benefit Medicare, it's going to benefit Social Security, and all we really want is to get back to our country.
All right, so you are going to continue to brazenly disobey Mitt Romney's polite request that you self-deport. We all understand that. Look, you talked about the law earlier about the atmosphere in Congress going forward and what happens when this temporary thing goes away. The DREAM Act, Marco Rubio was in town today. He initially, my understanding is, actually supported the DREAM Act a long time ago, then changed his mind, decided that he would come up with another plan. Now he says that his alternative DREAM Act isn't going to come forth. Rubio was in town campaigning for Dean Heller, who voted against the DREAM Act. So I guess if their side goes through, then this atmosphere in Congress that you were talking about isn't quite so hopeful.
Well, I mean, if it was up to Dean Heller, Marco Rubio wouldn't be a citizen at this moment, because he does want to repeal the 14th Amendment, which would have meant that Marco Rubio, who's born to undocumented parents, he wouldn't be a citizen.
Well, he's a Cuban, actually, so the rules are a little bit different.
But it's still, at the end of the day, it's the rules that they're applying, and I guess it's only selective to a certain group that they prefer. But about that, Marco Rubio, he just happened to present this in March, right when they were trying to vet him for vice president, and I think he was trying to cater a little bit more. So, all in all, it passed Congress with I believe 218 votes on December 18th of 2010, 5 votes shy in the Senate, and it did pass the 51-point mark. So
you make a great point. Balance of power in the Senate going to be key. The Senate race here in Nevada between Heller and Berkeley going to be very key in this debate and others. Thank you, Ms. Silver, so much for your time.
Thank you so
really
much.
appreciate it.
Get out there and pay taxes.
Yes. We'll be back to share some final thoughts right after this.